position where I'm kind of backed by a lot more than like what everybody else might possibly have. Like I know, like I'm gonna be straight after football, period. If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today as we speak, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, you know, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna get my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever?
I can. Yes, I would be able to do that because I've never had. I think me and him are probably the same age. I've seen it, you know, on YouTube. But sorry, y'all. But so good old Odell Beckham. You know, he said, you know, 100 million is not a lot of money, right? It's not a lot of money. I also heard that from Rich Paul. It's not a lot of money, you know. And it's funny because us regular folk, us broke folk, right? We seem to make life work for us very well, buying the houses and all that, and we ain't seen the mill. Okay, how is someone, right, that like at the most we're going to hit mid 6 figures at the most, right? At the most. And we're able to buy houses and own land and have property, but we don't have millions. And you're struggling financially. And so in this video, there's a lot of copium, right? And the copium they're spinning off to you is we didn't have the information. Financial literacy. There's no financial literacy. And it's cope. I'm gonna show you why it's cope, but I'm gonna go back to the video.
Ever. And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. Yeah, this job that I've sacrificed my whole life for, they are giving me that. I didn't ask for the certain dollar amount or whatever, but we weren't taught about no financial literacy and all the way. We weren't
talk about it all the time.
We weren't taught this skill, and it's kind of like, I'll keep this one under wraps, but I got some things in the work that like I'm gonna be able to, the generations that are coming up behind us, when you talk about the storm that me and like moms went through, like I'll be able to be that for somebody else and to be able to help their family on how things are gonna go, yada yada. And like if I didn't make, I'll take $1. But if I didn't make $1 from any of these kids, but I could give them the knowledge and the wisdom that I didn't know, I'm doing my part. Like when I lay in that casket, like I know like I did my role. I know I did the thing.
When he said it, but he came with a Twitter response now to it going viral and said, boy, you can't say nothing in this world nowadays. That's why I've been in my own lane, my own world, and put away. And I guess he's saying put away. People love to take ish completely out of context to rationalize a statement in their own head that makes sense to them. What a world. Now, with him responding to that right there on Twitter, it went viral, and it's been gaining more and more steam. Everybody said, what is he talking about? You can't live off of $4 million a year. You got a serious problem. Dog, what are you really getting at? You make entirely no sense because majority of the general public is not even making $150,000 a year and making it work. So when they hear you say $4 million.
What happened? We're not making millions, and we're still buying houses. I'm confused. What? What happened to financial literacy? What happened? I don't understand. How are we able to do it? Like, are we just aliens? Are we different? last time I checked, you had the athletic ability, right? You had access to resources that we don't have access to. In this video, we're going to talk about how this bullshit of financial literacy, they don't have access to it, is a fucking lie. It's a lie. I have another reputable NFL player that's going to dismantle all this goofy shit. But we're going to get it back to the video.
In any way, any shape or form, and they don't get the entire context and kind of not getting that you just kind of speaking hypothetically, they gonna think you really mean what you saying right there. Like, what are you tripping about? What are you complaining about? If you blew $60 million off of spending $4 million a year, use the fool and things of that nature. That's like $300K plus a month. Like, so that's a lot of bread. Who's spending that? But when you listen to it, you can kind of tell that bro is just figuratively speaking right there. And I want to shoot him some bail on that he's really saying like, hey, I didn't have a lot of information about finances when I came in the game. I wasn't all.
Before I go and I break this down, right? How many of y'all do you think the NFL, like all these NFL teams, right, that have been doing this for decades, don't provide people that are good with finances for these players? I just want y'all to just think about that. When you go to college, right, they usually have advisors. They have people there to help you because they know college is different. So if you get that at college, you don't think they would have that in it?
So NFL players, take care of your chickens.
Facts.
I say, take care of, save your money,
Facts.
because this ish do not last forever.
No, sir.
Why did you feel that was such an important and a profound statement for you to make at that time?
Right then and there. I mean, you know, because when I retired, 2 or 3 times, I just remember when I first came in the league, and they financial advisor was putting up all these names of
Whoa. Time out. I think y'all just missed what he just said. I'm gonna rewind it back because Odell Beckham said they didn't have any financial literacy. Let's go back because I'm not understanding. He said when they first got into the league, they had a meeting. Let's go back to what he just said.
Because this ish do not last forever.
No, sir.
Why did you feel that was such an important and a profound statement for you to make at that time?
Right then and there. I mean, you know, because when I retired, 2 or 3 times, I just remember when I first came in the league, and they financial advisor was putting up all these names of all these.
When he first got into the league, the financial advisor put up all the names. So all this lying and copium that these people are talking about, oh, we didn't have the information, it's a fucking lie. I'm gonna show you how you can get the information as a regular person, because this is a good thing called YouTube. And all you have to do is just Google information, and it will just show you all the broke ass NFL players that are now don't have no money.
Great players. And at that time, you know, I mean, if you play in the NFL, you're the richest person on earth.
Yeah.
And he put up all these names, and I'm looking at him like, man, I'm thinking like, oh, he got an all-star roster, and he's all bankrupt. And I'm like, ooh, hold on, these some of the people I look up to who I would think like set for forever.
Right.
All right. And then after I went to the Raiders, and I come in the locker room and I heard some of the young bulls, they was in there chopping it up about, I got bread. And how they were, comparing who had more bread was they were talking about Yeezys. Like, man, I got the Yeezys, some. I got the Yeezys from when he did the ones with Nike. And I'm like, damn, they comparing Yeezys on how they got bread. And I'm thinking, like, I just closed on my restaurant and went to escrow, and I'm like, if they got bread and they
talking about shoes, sneakers,
Yeezys, and then I just bought, my
building,
my second building. I'm like, then where the fuck am I at? So instantly I go over there, I holler at him, and I kicked game with him on, some situations. And like, damn, OG. And when they said that, like, oh, I kind of felt it on me. You know what I mean?
So we already broke down how the financial literacy cope is a fucking lie, right? Now we're gonna go back to that because I don't like BS. I don't like BS. You know what I'm saying? Because Marshawn Lynch is going to go into what actually happens in these financial meetings you get, right? As an NFL player that's new to the league, he's gonna say exactly what happens and why people like Odell Beckham go fucking broke.
Money that the money that you spent was, endorsements, card signing, appearances.
Right.
That the bulk of your contract that the Bills, the Seahawks, and the Raiders paid you stashed that away.
Yeah.
Did you always have that mindset for saving for a rainy day, or did you acquire that over the years?
No, I came in like that, but that was a part of the reason why I said Brad Butler was probably one of the biggest influences on that situation with me. Like I was saying, the first meeting that they had with the financial advisor, you put up all them names, and I seen that.
The first meeting, y'all. Let's go back one more time because Odell Beckham said they don't have the information. They talk about it all the time. They don't have it.
With the financial advisor, you put up
No,
all
no,
the
no, no,
names.
no, no.
With the financial advisor, you
With
put
the
up
who?
the first meeting that they had with the
first
financial
meeting.
advisor, you put up all them names, and I seen that.
Right.
I damn near fell asleep throughout this whole meeting.
And that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what Odell Beckham did. And I'm gonna show you a whole cast of other NFL players that we all know and we're fans of, did the same thing that he just said. What did you do again?
Seen that.
Right.
I damn near fell asleep throughout this whole meeting until I heard him.
Until the name popped up there, because that's familiarity. I know the people.
Yeah.
How they play all them years, make all that money, and they ain't got no money now?
No
Nothing.
money.
So now it's reality to you.
So now I'm hollering I tell him like, hey, can you run that? He like, financial advisor tell me basically like, Marshawn, you just slept through my whole meeting, bro. So now you want me to give you a whole presentation? I said, no, I don't want you to give me a whole. I just want you to help me not become one of them players on the board.
Right. Oh, okay.
So we part ways, and I tell Brad Butler, I'm talking to him like, yeah, bro, you feel me? He said, man, that financial advisor is good. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm like, how much money you got with him? He like, none. Like, my family come from money, and
Right.
we got our own financial advisor. I'm like, well, how can I talk to your financial advisor? He laughed at me. I'm like, Sean, you don't make enough money. I said, hold on, what you mean I don't make enough money? I was just the first round, bro. Yeah, we got generational money. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
This that you got, man, you wouldn't even be able to get a meeting with my guy. But this guy is good, that's why I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm like, oh, all right, that's cool. So then as we chopping it up, he kind of threw something at me just about, learning, because I got drafted, at 20. Draft was the 21st, or the 22nd. No, the 23rd, and I got drafted. My birthday on the 22nd, and I think the draft was on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, I don't even know how to, realistically spend money.
Right.
I mean, I know how to take it out of my pocket and give it to
Right.
somebody, but
Did you have a checking account at that time? Had you ever gone to the bank?
I had my little college where they put my scholarship,
your little
my
Pell Grant
Pell
money?
Grant. Yeah, I had that, but realistically, I walk around with my with my signing bonus on me for at least like 3 weeks. I had my signing bonus on me.
Just looking
Because
at
I
it.
ain't know,
You ain't know what to do with
about
it.
no banks and all
Right.
that like that. So he like, Marshawn, it'd probably be good, if you had somebody help you, want your money, this, that, and the third. And, okay, well, I know another financial advisor that I talked to that I'm like, well, I'm gonna just have one over here, and I give all of my money that I make off the field, I just put it over here, and the money that I make on the field, I put it over here, and then any kind of questions I got, or if it pop up, I'll just cross-reference. Ask one about something, and I don't understand.
But Odell Beckham is going to help the young up and coming NFL stars. It sounds like Marshawn Lynch needs to be that person. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Odell Beckham is an idiot. But I want to end this video off, right? Because I know a lot of people are like, well, you're being very mean. And I'm gonna show you another reason why I'm being very harsh with Odell Beckham and his statements is because of this one factor right here. It's this thing called YouTube, right? And you can look up, like right here, right? All I had to put in is all the NFL players that went broke, and you can boom right there. NFL players that went broke. Like this is not hard to look up, bruh. And so saying you don't have the information is a fucking lie. You're lying. It's just you can Google it too, and you probably will find more. So it's very easily like look at this. It's very easy to find. This is right on YouTube. Right there, bruh. All the NFL players that went broke in 30 minutes. They got probably one of the best quarterback ever, Dan, Adrian Peterson, Vince Young, the bust himself, Jamarcus Russell, Lawrence Taylor, Mike Vick, Warren Sapp, Terrell Owens. And in that video, they break down all their careers and how they went broke. It's right on YouTube. So telling people, oh, we don't have the information in financial literacy, we don't have financial literacy, is a lie. One, it's a lie because I know for a fact the NFL provides you with professional help because they know you don't they know you don't know anything. And Marshawn Lynch just exposed that lie because he said the first meeting he had was with the financial advisor. The first meeting. So that's absolute a lie out the gate. Second of all, we literally can follow someone's career now because of social media from when they get drafted to when they retire. And we can see how the amounts are decreasing. We can see what's going on with their career. And so if we can see it as fans, why can't they see it for themselves? And it's their career. This is what I'm talking about when I say this was a whole copium thing. And the reason why we are roasting him is not because of, it's because a lot of these people, right, that have influence and are famous are not very intelligent. I believe it was a rapper, Joel Santana, said, you don't need to know how to read. Now, I know for a fact that Joel Santana, right, is a millionaire. I know for a fact that his kids are probably in private school. And I know for a fact that his kids probably can read at a very high level. But he said that out of his mouth. And he repeated it over and over and over again. And and people like him will keep getting platforms, right? Because he's a successful, famous rapper. And this young man right here, Odell Beckham,
needed to do and provide.
Because he is famous, right? And he has influence, they're going to platform him. And you could tell when he opens his mouth, he's not very intelligent either. It's a fact. My question to the, is why don't people actually, like, when you have someone come on, you need to talk to them first, because this is nothing but roast. It's like there's nothing edifying about what he's saying because it's bullshit. It's bullshit, and you can see through the bullshit because this is kind of a bad thing, but it's a good thing. Like, we know how much money you're getting from NFL because they show it. They show it, right? And we can see how much money you're getting your whole career. And so if you become broke, right, and you've been playing for 10 years, you would think you would evolve. Like, okay, listen, Say you blow a lot of money, right? Your first contract. We're young, right? I was young too. When you're young and you're first getting money, you blow it. Fine. You mean to tell me 10 years of playing, you didn't develop no financial intelligence? You haven't evolved on that subject at all. In 10 years, you're still a dumbass? Think about that. Listen, I understand. You get your first when I first started working, right? I was only making, maybe $7, $8 an hour, right? And so I was, messing around. But as I got older, I wised up, right? So it's like, how do you start at 21 and you're burning through money, and you're 31 and you're still burning through money? I don't and then these people have baby mamas. These people have people that they're responsible for. Most people that start making money when they're young, when they're just working people, they're not responsible for other adults. You're responsible for other adults, and you still are acting like a fucking child. This is CJ. I'm out, man. I'm out. Fucking stupid.